everybody, and welcome to another edition of Nasdaq Spotlight here at the Microsoft Ignite Conference in Orlando, Florida. I'm your host, Anna Gonzalez, and joining me now is Jim Sullivan. He's the SVP of Strategy and Business Development for BioKey. Jim, thank you so much for being here.
Hi, Anna. It's great to be here. Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about what your company, Nasdaq listed, BioKey, does.
That's correct. We are Nasdaq listed. BioKey is a company that's providing biometric authentication solutions for enterprises. It allows them to be able to simplify the process of getting to the strong authentication levels that so many companies are trying to do right now. And it's products like hardware and software that allow you to be able to get there with BioKey.
So you did bring some products for us to show. So tell me, what are these two different pieces right here?
Sure. So when you use Windows Hello and you have a brand new laptop, they may come with a fingerprint scanner incorporated. But for a lot of customers, they don't have the ability to upgrade laptops when they upgrade to Windows 10. So we make products that are hardware that allow you to be able to add a fingerprint scanner with a USB small form factor to your laptop or tablet and be able to allow your users to have the ease of a Windows Hello experience without having to spend the money on a brand new laptop. And we have a second form factor for people that are using desktops or thin client terminals. So those products are hardware components, and then we have software that goes with it that allows an enterprise to make that available to all of their users.
So what product are you working on right now that most excites you, or project?
The thing that everybody's talking about is how we're moving to the cloud, and that enterprises are no longer operating within the four walls of their business, and that brings new authentication challenges where you might have to manage usernames and passwords for Salesforce, for all of your document management platforms, for SAP, for your time and attendance, for your ERP. All of those can be managed through cloud authentication platforms like what we make. So we make products that allow you to have your company manage your biometric authentication, multi-factor, but then have it be accessible for all of those remote cloud-hosted applications. And the ease of being able to do that has become much greater now with technologies like SAML and OpenID Connect that make those matings between products easier.
That is exciting. So what brings you to the conference this week?
We're a sponsor, and we are both having our own presence in our booth in 1647. If you're here at the show, we'd love to see you. As well as Microsoft's actually showing our product off in their modern workplace Windows Hello technology, Windows Hello for Business demonstration. So they see the value in helping people to upgrade without having to buy new laptops, and have combined with our technology with Windows Hello to show how you can do so as an enterprise level.
Well, it's clear you're very passionate and knowledgeable about what you do. I think before, when we were talking off camera, you mentioned 15 years in the industry.
Here, yes.
So I can imagine you've seen a lot change over that time.
Incredible amount.
Tell me about that.
Well, when I started in the early 2000s, biometrics was still very much a science fiction concept for most people. They talked about it as if it was something that was very expensive and really hard to get a hold of. Maybe for the government they could leverage it. Now, with the kind of products like we make, which these actually MSRP under $40, every person can have the benefit of biometrics without having to spend much money, and that ability to bring it down to where it's a cost component that really is incidental for an enterprise is the big change that's happened. That, and the fact that everyone accepts biometrics as a valuable component because of the experience we have with our iPhones like you have, or if you're using it with your laptop at work, the ability to see and understand how biometrics is simply turning a touch into who you are, positive ID. That's so simple, and everyone understands it now.
That's so funny that you mentioned that. You're completely right. I think we would have considered the world we live in now to be science fiction. So when you think about where we're headed next, what most excites you?
Well, I think that the fact that enterprises are moving to try to make things more secure for both them and their customers, that's good for the overall economy. It eliminates hopefully some of the fraud and the theft that we've seen. And then, of course, we play our part in that, because usually adding stronger security makes life harder for your users, and we have the ability to make life easier while enhancing security, and that's a rare combination to make users like you better when you bring a security technology for them to have to use. And this is one of those rare opportunities. So we're excited about the fact that that is the transition point that we're at now with enterprise.
Now, are you ready for a lightning round? Some quick questions?
Absolutely. Give me your questions.
All right. What app can you not live without?
For me, it's OneNote. Microsoft's OneNote is something I use every time I sign in, both for work, to print things to be able to capture content and assemble a dossier of information about a particular topic. I think it's an incredible tool, and it's something that they've just made more and more enhancements to. So I use it on my phone, I use it on my laptop, and on my iPad even.
And what's the coolest piece of tech that you have in your office?
That's a kind of a fastball down the middle for me. Our biometrics is the easiest thing to be able to wow somebody. When we bring this out and show even people that have had it on their phone, the fact that it's such a small and convenient form factor, people are wowed by that. It's almost like magic. You wave your hand and you're suddenly allowed to sign in, and you didn't have to type at all. So that ability to bring that to people is great for us.
You know what I just realized too? We have to change our passwords every however often.
Or less,
you don't have to do that with this, right? Because it's not like...
Exactly. It's measuring the unique features of you,
right,
and is allowing you to be able to sign in with them instead of having to have something that you know, which obviously someone else could know too.
Right.
And that's why they make you change it. But if you think about all those password rules where you have a password that won't work on one system but is required on another, all of that goes out the window with biometrics, because each application understands you for who you are and doesn't require that you know something in order to be able to get in.
That's great. Yeah. So what do you like to do when you're not at work?
Well, for me, it's taking time. I play guitar. I like to spend time with my kids. And my wife and I try to travel as much as we can. Ultimately, we'd like to be spending a lot of time on the water, sailing on a boat.
Yeah.
So those are all things that I'd like to do, except right now it's time to be spending helping people to be able to solve their authentication problems. So that'll be next, and do that down the road.
Absolutely. And as we wrap up, what advice do you have for future generations who are thinking, one day I want to be sitting where you're sitting?
Well, for me, I think that it's all about passion for what you do. And even 15 years into doing this and having told the story of what we do so many times, I still get excited about it, and I still get excited about what it means to the people that we're really selling our product to. And that is something that if you can get a job that you're passionate about, that you have a joy about your day, and that your day is over before you know it, that's all things that makes it so that you're a valuable member of a team, because passion, it can't be taught, and you have to spend the time to be able to learn your product and then be passionate about it, and then success will find you.
Those are good words to wrap up on. Thank you so much for joining us.
Appreciate the time, and look forward to seeing everybody at our booth, hopefully.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you all for joining. Stay tuned for more conversations coming from right here, Microsoft Ignite Conference.